Alright guys, it's Noah here with Custom RC Mods. Today we have the Sport Cub S on the bench right here, and I'm really excited to get this thing up in the air now that we have all the parts in stock and on the plane. It's been about 3 weeks since I initially did the unboxing video where I got this off eBay for about $10 exactly. It was quite the deal. The main board was fried on this, so I went ahead and reached out to Horizon expecting nothing of it, and they went ahead and replaced it for me, which is really a nice gesture. They definitely didn't have to do that because I just really didn't know what was going on. I explained my situation. They went ahead and did a very generous thing there. So yeah, that's the upgraded board, SPM 3178. I believe it has telemetry, a better receiving unit, as well as just whatever comes with the V2 board in terms of kinks and features kind of smoothed out from the last one. So yeah, and then we also have HobbyZone 4429 and HobbyZone 4430, which is the motor for the Sport Cup. It says Sport Cup S right there. I think that's the Sport Cub S, but maybe I got the wrong motor. And then the Sport Cub S gearbox right there as well. So these two parts go on the front. I noticed that my motor was not in the best shape, and the spur gear was missing some teeth. So as it could have probably worked, I went ahead and just replaced it just for my convenience. It was only about $15 for both these parts together, so that's not too bad. Now I also went ahead and upgraded my batteries from just the standard 150 milliamp hour that's stock on these to a 500 milliamp hour one cell. These are actually straight out of my Inductrix FPV Plus, so I had them laying around. It has the upgraded micro JST or 2.0 pH connector on there as well, so there's better current flow. And that is just running back to the board right there as well with an adapter. So I'm really happy with that. Better, longer flight times, and hopefully more power. So yeah, super excited to get this thing back up in the air. I'm going to go ahead and button up this fuselage, install my landing gear, and I'll just talk to you guys more as we test the control surfaces. Alright guys, so we've got the Sport Cub S right here and my DX6 G3, which is bound up too. This is a new radio for the channel. You can check out that video that I just posted a few days ago on there as well. But this is a gyro stabilized plane, so every time you plug it in, make sure to get it on a flat and level surface so the gyros can initiate properly, and so that obviously it knows what level is. So with that calibration, it's going to help you get the most accurate flying experience, especially for beginners. It's not going to drift around or anything like that. So yeah, being a gyro stabilized plane, of course, we're in the beginner flight mode. We've got that on switch D here, beginner, intermediate, advanced. So beginner, we've got, of course, our self-leveling. You can see that by the ailerons switching around when they're upside down, trying to find the fastest way to center. Then we have our intermediate, which is just going to give you pitch and bank limits so that you don't completely jam the sticks everywhere. And finally, we have our expert mode, which is just going to be complete acro with a little bit of stabilization help from AS3X, which on these smaller planes is always appreciated on there as well. And my switch I is the panic button switch right here, so that's really nice. Just so we have that added cross compatibility even on these nicer Spectrum radios that aren't like the ready to fly radio as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and head outside for the maiden flight with the Sport Cub S. Alright guys, so we're out here in the backyard with the Sport Cub S, and we took off the landing gear, of course, because we really just don't need that. It's unnecessary weight, and it's not like we're going to be able to land on this grass anyway. So yeah, motor sounds a little choppy for some reason. I'm not sure what's up with that, but other than that, I mean, I think we're just ready to fly. Let's go ahead and get it up in the air. We're in beginner mode, so it has the self-leveling and low rates and things like that. So yeah, very simple. And this thing flies itself. Wow. I'm just giving it a little bit of aileron. No, don't even have to give it an elevator. It's not going to do that much. But let's go ahead and stand with the sun at our back so that you guys can see this thing better. And I'm just going to bring it down and around right here. There's not a lot of down input available in this machine, but you can see it is just like flying itself. I mean, if we get it up and higher, I could probably do some hands-off stuff, but like the glide slope on this is also very ridiculous. You can see hands-off right there, just gliding around. There is no down elevator input though. I mean, kind of to be expected on a trainer plane, but hey, that's fine, I guess, for beginner mode at least. But you can see we're way up there, and I'm hands-off. Look at that. That thing is just cruising right up there, self-leveled, course, and the wind is really battering this thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch into advanced mode just so I can bring it down back to us. But yeah, now we're in an intermediate mode right here. You can see there's no self-leveling, but there is bank angle limits right here, so I'm at full bank ailerons right here, and it's not rolling, of course. It's just stuck at like 45 degrees or so. Can't really do much else other than like circles and stuff like that. Almost hit the swing set there. But it's still, I mean, it has a good amount of pep to it. But it slows down. It's just super stable with the AS3X system. And that's one thing that the Scout didn't have. Yeah, that motor sound doesn't sound quite right, but, you know, it's okay. The consistent power is there. Let's go ahead and switch it into advanced mode, of course, now. Gotta stall it out. Whoa. The wind is really battering it, and that's why you have that tail-heavy tendency right there. Let's go ahead and you can fly up behind the trees there. As this is just a very agile plane in sport mode. I would wish for a little bit more throw on my ailerons box stock if I was a advanced pilot, but this is plenty, of course, to do your full maneuvers and stuff like that all the way around. And, oh, just walking this thing around, it's getting battered by the wind. I almost crashed it in the ground there, trying to do a tight little turn, but you can see it's got some response to it. Even, I mean, I'm stick jamming right now, but dang, I mean, this thing is flying real nice. Definitely my go-to plane out here in the backyard now. Probably trumps the Champ. Might have to get a new prop. I'm pretty sure that sound is coming from the prop because obviously I just replaced the motor in the gearbox. So, oh, that was quite the maneuver right there. Kind of got stuck behind those smaller trees there. I'm probably gonna crash this flight. Honestly, I'm going really hard. But this is pretty much 3/4 throttle. I haven't really hit full throttle for a consistent high-speed pass, but it's definitely got some power and it's very maneuverable. Oh, there's a tree. There was a tree. Like I said, I pushed my luck. Let's go ahead and check out the damage here. Got to remount my battery. Other than that, she looks like she's in pretty good condition. I'm gonna bend my prop out the way I want it to. All right, so where were we? That was a testament to the Sport Cub S right there, folks. Flying great. Looks like that's 1 minute left on my timer for a 5-minute flight. All right, thankfully didn't get stuck up there. Getting really, really risky with my flying. Ooh, did a little touch and go with the ground on my wingtip right there. All right, there it is, guys. That is the Sport Cub S. Crashed it a few times, 20 feet up in a tree. And yeah, I mean, it flies really well. I'm really happy with this plane. I mean, it is kind of beat up, of course, but it has all the good electronics in it now. Nice and stabilized, and you'll see a lot more of this on the channel. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and give me a like for this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.